What do you do when the person who almost made you leave God forever wasn't your enemy? They were sitting in the same pew as you, singing the same worship songs, saying, I'll pray for you, and meaning none of it. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you is something I wish someone had told me before it almost broke me completely. There was a season in my life where I decided to go all in with God. Not halfway, not comfortable Christianity, all in. I showed up to every Bible study. I served. I volunteered. I gave my time, my energy, my heart to the community around me. And then I met someone who felt like a direct answer to prayer. They knew my story, my fears, my dreams, the parts of me I had spent years protecting from the rest of the world. And I opened up, fully, completely, because I told myself, in God's house, I am safe. That was the most expensive mistake I ever made. I found out who they really were the way you find out about most painful things. Slowly, then, all at once, the private things I had shared in confidence spread around like casual conversation. The manipulation I had been too close to see. The version of them behind closed doors that looked nothing. Nothing. Like the person I had trusted. And something inside me didn't just break, it shattered. Not just my trust in them, my trust in the church, my trust in other believers, and if I'm being completely honest with you, my trust in God. Because the question I couldn't shake, the one I was too ashamed to say out loud, if God is real, why did he let this happen inside his own house? So I did what most people do when the pain becomes too much to carry inside a building. I left. Not dramatically, not with an announcement. I just stopped showing up, stopped praying like I meant it, stopped reading like it was real. And slowly, the faith that had once felt like fire inside me became something I can only describe as ash, cold, gray, empty. And the most terrifying part, I stopped missing it. One night, not looking for anything, I picked up my Bible almost out of guilt, just flipping pages, not really expecting God to say anything, and I landed on Psalm 118:8. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. I read it once, then again. Then I sat in complete silence for a very long time because something cracked open inside me. I finally saw what I had done without ever meaning to. I had moved God out of the center of my life and placed another person there instead. I had given a flawed, wounded, still growing human being the kind of trust that only belongs to God. And when they dropped it, I blamed God for the wreckage. But God had never betrayed me. I had simply handed his role to the wrong person. And when that person failed, I mistook their fall for God walking away. He hadn't moved. I had. Jeremiah 17:5 says, Cursed is the one who trusts in man, who draws strength from mere flesh. The first time I read that, it sounded harsh. But now it sounds like the most loving warning God ever gave me. He wasn't telling me not to love people. He wasn't telling me to close myself off or walk through life guarded and alone. He was saying, I love you too much to let you build your life on a foundation that was never designed to hold that kind of weight. The church is made of people, and people, no matter how spirit-filled, no matter how far along in their walk, are still being shaped, still carrying wounds, still capable of getting it devastatingly wrong. Your peace cannot live or die based on what a church member does to you. Your faith cannot be held hostage by someone else's choices. When God is your real foundation, not just one of many things you lean on, people can still hurt you. People can still fail you. But they cannot pull you under. Because your roots go somewhere no human failure can ever reach. I need to speak directly to you now. Whoever you are, wherever you're watching this, if you are carrying a wound from someone inside the church, God saw every moment of it, every conversation, every misplaced trust, every tear you cried over something that never should have happened that way. He is not brushing it off. He is not telling you to get over it. Your pain is real. What was done to you was real. But your story does not end there. The betrayal broke something in you. But in the breaking, God made room for something stronger. A faith that belongs entirely to you, built not on who showed up for you on Sunday, but on the only one who has never once let you down. That is not punishment. That is not abandonment. That is God taking the worst thing and turning it into the deepest thing. So before you go, I want to leave you with one honest question to sit with today. Is there someone from your church, someone you trusted deeply in faith, whose failure has quietly built a wall between you and God? If the answer is yes, the healing doesn't start with them. It doesn't start with a confrontation or an apology that may never come. It starts tonight, in the quiet, just you and God, where you hand him back the place you didn't realize you had given to someone else, where you finally let him be God again. Come down to the comments right now and type just 2 words. Still believing, even if it's barely, even if it's by a thread. Say it anyway, because that thread isn't enough for God to work with. Subscribe if you want more of this. Real, honest conversations about the faith that actually holds when real life tries to tear it apart. They broke your trust. They could not break your calling, and they never, not for one single moment, had the power to separate you from the God who chose you. That was always his to hold, and he never let go.